Okay, in this video we're going to talk to you about creating events and how to promote your events with Facebook advertising. So one of the things that you're probably thinking is, okay, I only can really do open houses as an event. That's not necessarily the case. If you're the type of realtor that does do a lot of community action and you're out in the community doing food drives or clothing drives or any kind of public activity that requires people to show up, you can use this events functionality to really get some more activity at your event. And it's a good way to diversify a little bit, because open houses are directly real estate related. These other types of events aren't real estate related, right? But they all do promote your business because they're promoting you. So just keep that in mind. If you're doing other stuff outside of open houses in terms of events, this is a really good way to help you get some more traffic there. So the event milestone right here is where we're going to go on the main page, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to create an event. And once this comes up, so let's just call this, open house, and we'll details, wonderful open house, Saturday, Sunday, 1 to 4 p.m., okay? And where is up to you. We can make it 123 Main Street. Obviously use wherever it is that you're going. We'll just choose Main Street Pizza, and then add a link for tickets to get guests. So if you do have like an exterior website you want to link to, you absolutely can. And then when is it happening? Well, we're gonna put the 11th. Let's say that Saturday, and then we'll go 1 o'clock. And there it is, 1 p.m. Okay. Is there an end time? Yes, there is. So we'll actually just say that it ends Sunday at 4. And then the category, okay, we can go ahead and try to find real estate if you'd like. Otherwise, I think it's pretty obvious, but you can just check in here and see, because you might have some other stuff like fundraising, volunteering, community, right? All of this applies to you. And so you can definitely take advantage of that if you'd like. So let's see, narrow audience. Okay, so here we're going to go ahead and we're going to start building our demographic again, right? If we'd like to narrow it. So if you'd like to limit it by age, you certainly can, right? But I think we're going to leave this alone just for now, because I want to take you to the back end to show you where the real power in this event planning comes in. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and create. Oops. Let's just pick something here real quick. So we'll just call it a meetup. And then what we're going to do is we have our open house here, and we're going to want to add a photo. So if you want to go ahead and add that photo that we had from last time, that's okay. But if you're hosting an open house, post a photo of the open house, right? If you're hosting an event and you have, a photo, a logo, or something of the group that you're helping host, use that as well. So use your creativity there. You certainly can post a photo of yourself if you'd like. It just helps to have some visibility of the event that you're hosting, because as you'll see when we go down here to boost event and we start to apply all of our audiences and everything, we're going to need to have a nice photo so that it really stands out to the viewer. So if you've already created an audience, you can certainly go here and select one, okay? If you'd like, you can create a new audience by coming here and refining who it is that you're going to be going to target, okay? And this looks awfully similar to the boost post video that we did earlier, okay? Or, and I canceled out of that, or we can come here and we can actually just go and create an ad, okay? And we'll come into the screen here where it's going to show us all of the different ads that we can select. And we're going to go ahead and select the one that says raise attendance at your event, okay, right down here, okay? And so once we click that, your event should pop up, Okay. And as you can see, it does. The open house one does. And the reason I suggest going this route is because you're going to get the full power of the Facebook advertising platform here to really target your audience. Okay. So let's just say, for argument's sake, this isn't your listing, that it's, you're just hosting the open house for another agent. That's okay. You still are going to know, based off your real estate experience, who is going to buy that house, right? You know the price point, and you know what it's going to take in that market to get that house, right? Maybe there's an influx of first-time home buyers with really low down payments that are coming in, and you know that person, that particular demographic, is going to be able to qualify to buy this house. So you want to customize your targeting for that reason, right? And I know we've really hammered home the targeting before, but I can't understate how important that is, right? And so when we're going through and we're looking at who's going to buy this house, you wouldn't want the same targeting for a 1-bedroom apartment as you would a 4-bedroom house, right? So one of the things that you need to take and take stock of is, okay, would this person have a family? Would this person have kids? Or maybe there is a generational build in there where, grandmother's going to be living with them. These are very important because it helps you really target the audience that's going to be looking at coming to this open house. Okay. So one of the things that I would say under more demographics, and we're just going to presume here that this house is a large single family home, right? We'll call it a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. We're gonna assume that the person's income is going to need to fit into a higher income bracket for where we live. Okay. So we'll select some higher income brackets. Now, in your area, that might be the highest income bracket that you really see. That's okay. You're going to know more so than anybody else, right? For our area, this is what we're going to use. Okay. And then under more demographics again, we might come to home ownership. And this was where it gets kind of interesting, because I think that it might not necessarily be the case for first-time home buyers, but people who actually already own a home might be interested in it because they might be looking to move up from a 2-bedroom condo and take the equity that they've built and move up into a single-family home. Okay, so it might be the case that we just leave this alone, that we don't filter down because we want to hit everybody that would apply under these income circumstances. Okay. But let's just say for a second that you had an inkling that the person who's going to buy this house is somebody that's looking for more space. So we can look at likely to move, somebody who's currently living someplace and is likely to move. And if we do that, our reach goes from 190,000 to 12,000 people. So it really, really broadens, it limits the amount of people that we could be targeting. Okay. So let's take that off for just a second. And let's look at length of residence, which is under the same residential profiles under behavior. Okay. Length of residence gives us some indication too, right? We know that real estate cycles work in 6 to 8 year cycles. So if somebody's been living there for 6 to 8 years, they might be more likely to be looking for a new place to live. Okay. So this is one of the tactics that you can use. And again, you're going to know your area better than anybody else. But this is one of the things that we've noticed in our area, that folks that have been living in the same place for 6+ years are more likely, with good income, are more likely to be searching for more space or something that they can call their own. So I'll target folks who make $75,000 to $250,000 that have lived in their residence for 6+ years. And if I wanted to, I can go likely to move, although I'm not sure exactly how specific that's going to make my category. Okay. It doesn't look like it moved it at all, which is odd. But we're going to remove that for right now. And then we're going to come down and we're going to do the normal budgeting. Okay. We'll do that $5 a day. We want the most interested people in our search pattern. So we're asking Facebook to optimize for daily unique reach, meaning we don't care if it gets sent to the same person multiple times. We want to make sure that the person who is most fitting of our demographic to see this ad as much as possible, and then decide to show up. Okay. One of the other things you can do is ad scheduling, run ads all the time, or you can select, exactly when you want them to run, and I think we'll get into that more in Module 5 in advanced advertisement. But for now, we'll just keep it at running ads all the time. And then you're going to want to upload some photos. So if you're doing an open house, upload 2 to 3 photos of the house. One of the front, obviously, one of the kitchen, and then maybe one of some other nicer features in the house. And we're going to make sure that Facebook's going to make sure that it gets rotated. And so you're going to get to see exactly who likes what photos the best, who's clicking on what the most, so that in the future, maybe, kitchens work the best. So you're not going to waste your money on living rooms. But you'll get the feel of that, right? But I'm asking you to put in at least 2 to 3 photos. If you end up just doing one of the front, that's okay. That's more than fine. But if you have some professional photographers coming through and taking photos, you might as well take advantage and see, what resonates most with people, right? And this is just data for you over time so that you can build a better understanding of what's going to get people to come and click and share, etc. Okay? So I'll go ahead and leave this, but you can see there's about 56 more characters left. So you're already given the marketing copy, you're given what the event is, when it is, and where it is. Okay, so you can also, again, get creative here and says, come in, and if I could type today, come in for a chance to win $100 gift card, right? So you're giving people an opportunity to win a $100 gift card if they come to your open house. And again, you can do whatever you want in this realm, but I would suggest that you have some sort of, draw, some sort of call to action there, so that, it gives people a reason beyond the fact that they like your house, and they want to see it, to come in and engage with you, right? They're going to obviously have to talk to you a little bit if they're signing up for a $100 gift card. So that's what we want, okay? So again, finalizing this, we're going to go with desktop, we're going to go with mobile, and right-hand rail, and we'll get to that video later on in Module 4, but just know that mobile is the place to be. So we won't do right-hand rail for this video, and we won't do desktop for this one, for this event. We'll stick with mobile, and then in a separate ad, if you'd like, you can run desktop just to capture that higher, maybe older audience that does use desktop more often, okay? But then again, you will know who your demographic is. So we'll go ahead and click place order, and we're good to go.